One other nice feature in Nextpoint is called our theater view, and it allows you to do actual markups on sections of a document, either for the purposes of a trial or for an outline and preparing for a trial, and different things like that. So one of the things I've done here is actually imported deposition transcripts just as regular documents, and so you do that from the data tab, put them into the file room, click the import button, and then they show up in your documents tab. So it's a little different than importing them for the purposes of designating and viewing them as transcripts. So when I imported them, they look here just like regular documents. If I click into it, I can see and review the document just like I would any other exhibit or any other document, and it just looks like a PDF, just like this. But instead of going into it there, I'm going to click on this little presentation board icon here, and that's going to open up the document in theater view. And it looks like this.
Once I'm here, I could jump to a specific page of this transcript. So I'm going to go to page 128. Then I can call out a specific section of the transcript. So if you don't recall any details and go down here to the question and answer, I call this out, it's going to blow it up. If I want to highlight something, the details of any conversations with Mr. Coleman, I can highlight that. If I want to underline something, I can do that with by holding down Shift and dragging underneath that. And then let's say I like this this call out that I created and I want to save it and throw it into an outline that I'm creating. I can press the D button and that will download that as just a picture that I can now put in a PowerPoint or do whatever I need to. And if I click escape, it's going to get rid of the document altogether. So this is also really useful in terms of looking at documents in your Nextpoint database, and specifically trial exhibits. And so I've created a folder here with our trial exhibits in it. If I go ahead and click on that, I can see my list of trial exhibits. And one of the things I'm going to do right now is go to More in Theater to pull up a theater view box that's blank. And so let's just pretend that these are on two different screens right now, and I'm projecting this one at trial or to a deponent during a deposition. One of the things I can do is jump to any one of these documents using the shortcut that you see here. So TX is the folder prefix that I created for this trial exhibit folder. And then this is the folder position 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so one of the things I can do here is just jump to TX -2, and that's going to go to this second document here, and it's going to pull that up. I could also just click directly on the theater view. Because I have a theater view open here, I can go ahead and click into it, and it's going to jump to that document there. And then another thing that I can do is jump to a specific page of a specific exhibit. So if I do TX5, 2, I know that this is an email with 2 pages, and I'm going to go ahead and jump to the second page of that email right now, which is nice. When I'm done showing this exhibit, I can go ahead and escape out of it. It will make my black screen again. And then again, when I'm ready for the next one, I can either use that shortcut again or go into that next item there that I wanted to look at. One other feature of this, if I have a document up and I want to do one of those call outs like I was showing you before, I can go ahead and save this as a saved treatment. So cell real time, that's something that I want to pull up very easily. I can go ahead and click the S button to save it, and if I click the S key, it's going to allow me to save this to a specific issue. to connect it to a specific folder, or I can just not do any of those and it will just be a general save treatment, and those treatments are there. If I type C and clear that call out, I'll be back on my screen with the document, and then if I just type in number 1, it's going to pull that back up. Let's go ahead and clear that. I'm going to go ahead and make another call out and save this treatment. So let's go ahead and say ZL Technologies. Any call out with or without markups is fine. Let's go ahead and save that. We're going to save it without connecting it to any of these again. Now you see that I have 2 treatments. So if I clear that, I can just type in the number 1. It'll pull up the first one. Then I can type in the number 2, and it'll pull up the second saved treatment that I have. I'm going to go ahead and clear that. And then there's a number of shortcuts that go along with theater view. So if you click the little question mark or you type in a question mark, it will pull up the hotkeys that you have there, and you can see all of the different keyboard shortcuts that you can use to pull that up. I'm going to go ahead and click or type in a question mark to go ahead and get rid of that so that we can see the document again.